Welcome back to another yoga flow on Move with Bree. Thank you so much for choosing this video. Today on Move with Bree, we're going to have a yoga sequence for focus. And today I have the lovely presence of Anna on the channel. Thank you so much for being here.
I'm so excited to be here. I'm new to, well, not new to yoga, but I've been practicing for about 2.5 years and recently turned 50. And finding that my goals are related to strength and flexibility, and so of course yoga is going to be a part of that. So I'm very excited to be here.
Yes, I'm excited to have you. I'm so excited. Anna's been one of my students for a while and it's fun to see her practice grow, so I'm really glad that she can be here to share that with you guys today.
Hey.
Yeah, you ready to get started?
I am. Let's do it.
Alright. We're going to start in Child's Pose. So go ahead and come into your Child's Pose position. And as you get seated back on the heels, go ahead and let the forehead rest heavy on the ground. Good. Take a few really deep breaths through the nose to start to deepen your inhales and lengthen your exhales. Nice. And if it resonates with you at this time, you can also set an intention for your practice. So with our theme of focus, if there's anything that is pulling your focus, anything that you want to devote your focus towards, go ahead and set that intention now. Being very present with the sensations in the body and the feeling of your breath. As we go through our focus practice today, we're going to use the breath as the anchor that guides our movements and our thoughts. So any time you find that your thoughts might wander to something external, you're going to come back to the sensations of your breathing. And starting to move with the breath, we'll press the palms down firmly, start to rise into a tabletop position. When you get into your tabletop right away, warming up the spine, we'll take a cow position. Inhale to arch the back, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. Exhale to round the spine. Good. Inhale, arch the back, lift the chin, and exhale, round. Go through a few rounds on your own. So as you inhale, arch the back, lift the chin. As you exhale at your own pace, round the spine. Nice. And make sure as you move, you're pressing down through the shins so you feel an activation of the tops of the feet pressing downward. Good. Fingers are spread wide apart, pressing down into the knuckles, fingerprints, and then we'll start to take it in a circle. So now spreading the knees a little bit wider. Go ahead and take your big toes together and we'll take the hips back towards the left heel. Good. Bring it around center over to the right hand. Inhale as you come forward, and as you exhale, move back towards the left heel, towards the right heel, and then inhale forward over the palms. Good. Continue to rotate around so you're bringing some mobility to your hip joints, to your shoulders, to your wrists. And then we'll reverse the circles on the breath. So as you inhale, coming forward opposite direction, exhale to go back towards the right heel. Good. Inhale forward and exhale back towards the heels. The breath guides the movement, so find that rhythm of the breathing first and let the movement follow the rhythm of the breath. And then coming back to a tabletop position, from here we're going to walk the knees in a little bit so they're underneath the hip points again. Tuck the toes under and lift the knees to hover over the mat, about 1 inch or 2 off the ground. Good. Now as you spread the fingers wide apart, make sure there's weight in each knuckle, each fingerprint, and we'll find length in the low back. So find a broadening of the low back and engagement of the core muscles. Take another deep inhale through the nose. Good. And downward facing dog as you exhale. Push the heels towards the ground and lift the hips up high. You can start to pedal out the feet by bending one knee and bending the other knee, so you have this slow march in place as you hold your downward facing dog. Another thing that you want to be very aware of here, especially if you're moving the feet, is to pay attention to the hands as well. So foundation is also a place we always want to focus when we're going through our practice and our poses. We have that anchor of the breath for our attention. We have the foundation to build upon. Putting attention there as well. Good. Now still focusing on your foundation, you're going to walk the feet up towards your hands for a forward fold at the top of the mat. When you get to your forward fold, go ahead and grab opposite elbows. You're going to hang the head heavy and start to sway the torso left and right. Have a grounding through your feet, or a sense of pushing the heels and balls of the feet down into the ground. And then as you come back to center, release your hands to the ground. Slowly shake the head no. bringing some mobility to the neck. Good, shake the head, yes, finding a release of the shoulders, a release of the jaw. And now we're gonna move slowly as we roll up here. Bend the knees, round the spine, and start to roll up to stand, kind of like you're stacking each vertebrae of the spine, bone by bone, to arrive. When you do get up to your Tadasana, shrug your shoulders up to your ears and then roll the shoulders down and back a few times. Big inhale to shrug the shoulders up by the ears, nice. Exhale down and back, one more. Big inhale, shrug, shoulder blades draw together and down as you exhale, and we'll hold there this time. Nice. Finding our focus here in Tadasana Pose, go ahead and place the palms together at the center of your heart. Palms together, thumb knuckles right into the center of the chest. And once again, here at the beginning, check in with your intention that you've set, devoting this practice to that intention. As we start to move more, you're keeping that focus in mind, you're keeping that attention on the breath and your foundation, and perhaps a goal. Next time you inhale, reach your arms overhead, lift the palms up, place them together, and as you exhale, dive into a forward fold all the way down. Now as you inhale, slide the hands up the shins, halfway lift and lengthen the spine forward. As you exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise to stand, reach the arms all the way up, look up towards your thumbs. And then as you exhale, draw the thumbs to heart center, shoulder blades down. Again, big inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, feet are grounded. Inhale to halfway lift, long back and long neck. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, rise to stand, reach the arms up, look up. And as you exhale, thumbs to heart center, adding a little bit on this time. Inhale, reach the arms up and grab the left wrist. Reach over to the right as you push both feet down firmly. And then coming back to center, switch your grip and take it to the opposite side, reaching to the left. Good. Big inhale into the right ribs, lift back to center. Now interlace the hands behind the back. Draw the knuckles towards your heels as you look at the sky. Inhale as you spread the chest, and as you exhale, bend to a forward fold. Knuckles to the sky. Good. Release the hands to the ground. Inhale to halfway lift. Forward fold with your exhale, and we'll rise to stand with the inhale. Reach the arms up, look to the thumbs. As you exhale, thumbs to heart center for a few rounds of sun salutation. On your inhale, reach the arms up, look to your thumbs. This time, forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift as you inhale, nice pace. As you exhale, step to a plank pose. We're gonna hold the plank pose this first round. We're gonna have a couple of options for our Chaturanga. Anna's gonna demo the first one this round. So as you hold your plank pose, keep in mind that if you wanna lower the knees, you always have the option throughout our full practice. Anytime you wanna take the knees down in plank, you can. Good. This first one, we'll take an inhale. With or without the knees, lower all the way to the belly on the exhale. Nice. Untuck the toes. Inhale to a low cobra. Lift the chin, lift the chest. And as you exhale, lower the chest back down and rise to a tabletop position, hands and knees. Pike the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Press the heels to the floor for 3 deep breaths through the nose. Inhale. Stay with the exhale. Ground the heels. Nice work. Big inhale. Ground the palms as you exhale. One more in down dog. Inhale. Stay with the exhale. Now hips will stay lifted high, but bend the knees, look at your thumbs, and then exhale, step or hop to the thumbs. Forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Reach the arms all the way up. Look up. Thumbs to heart center as you exhale, pulling that focus in. Inhale, reach up and look up. Eyes to the thumbs as you exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale to halfway lift, look at the top edge of your mat, and exhale to plank, pausing in plank pose. Perhaps you keep the knees lifted this time, always keeping that option in mind of knees lowered. Take an inhale as you hold your plank. Lower all the way to the belly as you breathe out. Untuck the toes as you inhale, low cobra, lift the chest, lift the chin. And as you exhale, lower the chest and pause. This time you might tuck the toes under and lift the kneecaps off the floor and press into plank pose. Power up, nice, inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale, excellent pace. Take an inhale through the nose. This time nose or mouth, exhale. Again, big inhale. Nose or mouth, release. One more. Bend the knees, look at your thumbs. You can step or pounce to a fold. Inhale, beautiful, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Reach the arms all the way up. Look at the thumbs. Hands to heart center as you breathe out to do it again. Big inhale, sweep up and look up. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. On your inhale, halfway lift. So graceful. As you exhale, step or hop to plank. This time, without the knees, we're going to take Chaturanga, bend the elbows, keep the elbows by the ribs. Now untuck the toes, inhale to Cobra or Up Dog, so strong. As you exhale, take Downward Facing Dog, hips high, heels push towards the floor. 3 deep breaths to recoup. So as you press the heels towards the ground, hips pike deep. Good. Feel the elongation of the spine, the rhythm of the breath. The next time you inhale, bend the knees, look at the thumbs. You can step or hop to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Rise to stand as you breathe in. Reach the arms up high. Good. Thumbs to heart center as you exhale. Holding there for a moment. Very sharp focus. Eyes can be closed or you can have a soft open gaze with the eyes, but attention is sharp. Walk the feet together, all the way together, arch to arch. Coming into chair pose, we'll bend the knees, lift the chest and arms. Coming into 𝐂𝐎𝐑. The legs squeeze together, so it's almost like you have a clamp of stability between the thighs and the knees to sit the hips a little lower. Good. Take an inhale as you pull the thumbs back further. Forward fold as you exhale. Nice work. On your inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, step or hop to plank and take your version of Chaturanga, maybe to the belly or halfway. Inhale to a back bend. Good, and exhale to a down dog. This time as you inhale, you'll lift the right leg. Like a slow mountain climber, you'll bend the right knee and tap the right elbow. Nice and strong. Inhale, send it back. Grace with the reach, and as you exhale, tap the left elbow. As you inhale, extend. And as you exhale, step the foot between the palms for Warrior One. Now the left heel will turn down for your Warrior One. Ground firm through the back heel. You can see Anna's pressing down through even the pinky toe edge side of her foot. And the right knee is bent deep so it stacks over the right ankle. Good. Take another inhale to look up at your thumbs. And as you exhale, watch the hands come down for plank pose. And lower for your Chaturanga. Same exhale. Inhale to Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale to Downward Facing Dog. On your inhale, lift the left leg, reach back, and as you exhale, bend the knee and tap left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale to step the foot between the palms. Back heel turns down to ground you as you rise up, Warrior One. Find a sharp focus with the eyes looking forward. Put your attention on your breathing. Deep inhale to expand the belly, expand the ribs, and exhale to sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, buoyantly reach up towards the sky, look up, and as you exhale, move into a Chaturanga. Hands land, foot steps back, and elbows bend. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog for 5 deep breaths through the nose. Now is also a good opportunity for Child's Pose if you need it as an additional rest or a way to catch the breath. So take whatever posture you need that would be a resting pose for you and put that awareness on the breathing. It's getting hot. Holding your Downward Facing Dog for a couple more breaths. And if you're in a Child's Pose, go ahead and make your way back to Downward Facing Dog. Bend the knees, look at the thumbs, and step or hop to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Chair pose with the inhale. Send the hips back, reach the arms high. Now straighten the legs and stand, thumbs to heart center. Exhale completely. And inhale back to chair pose. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump to plank and bend the elbows to lower. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, back to Downward Facing Dog. As you inhale, lift the right leg. As you exhale, right knee taps, right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left elbow, take the twist. Inhale, extend. Exhale, step the foot between the palms like you have eyes on the feet. Plant them firm and rise, warrior one. This time keeping that rootedness of your feet and legs. Interlace the hands behind your back. Draw your knuckles towards the left heel as you look at the sky. Inhale. Bow forward for humble warrior as you exhale. Knuckles to the top of your space. Crown of the head towards the inner arch of the right foot. Now the focus point on this one is back past your left calf. Feeling that attention, feeling the ground of the feet. Continue to root the left heel down firm to stabilize with the legs, and inhale, rise to warrior one. Arms reach up as you look at the thumbs. Exhale, watch the hands frame the foot for Chaturanga. As you step back, bend the elbows, and inhale to a back bend. Exhale to downward facing dog. Nice rhythm. As you inhale, lift the left leg. Bend the left knee and tap left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, step the foot between the palms and rise, warrior one, as the right heel comes down, arms reach up high. Good. Interlace the hands behind the right thigh, draw the knuckles towards the heel as you look up, breathe in, bow forward, and breathe out. Nice. Creating lots of distance between sacrum and hands. Keep rooting that right heel down. Use it as stability to ground and create containment with the legs. A little bit more release of the neck. As you inhale, rise up to warrior one, look at the hands. And as you exhale, watch the hands come down for Chaturanga. Left foot steps back, elbows bend. Beautiful. As you inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Strong upper back, strong core. We're here for 5 deep breaths, so you have a couple of options. If you want to stay in down dog, stay. Child's pose is there for you if you need it. For the last 3 breaths, you might also move to a dolphin pose if you feel up for it. You would bring the forearms down to the ground. Good. If you're taking your dolphin pose, walk the toes together and a little bit closer towards the elbows. Nice. And then as you engage the quads, press the heels towards the floor. Find weight in also the palms, not only the elbows. One more inhale. Stay with the exhale, and you might use the knees in the transition back to down dog, lowering to rise. From down dog, bend the knees, look at the thumbs, and you can step or hop to the thumbs. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Chair pose with your inhale. Sit deep, lift the chest high. Inhale again when you're ready. And then you'll exhale to stand, thumbs to heart center, straightening the legs. Good. Keeping that focus that you've cultivated. Continue either soft eye gaze forward or closed eyes all together. Without looking at the feet, you're going to walk the feet out as wide as your mat. So heel, toe, feet to the outer edges. Good. And then just like Anna's done here, you're going to spin the toes outward like a ballet 2 stance. And make sure that you have weight not only on the inner arch, not only the heel, but also ball of the foot and outer arch of the foot. So you're sharing weight evenly, all 4 edges of both feet. You can see she has a lot of length in the low back. She's drawing her tailbone towards the heels and engaging the low abdomen muscles. So even as she stands tall here, there's a lot going on. It's not easy to stand with your best posture. It takes a lot of engagement of the core, strength of the legs, attention. The next time you inhale, reach your arms up, place the palms together above you. And as you exhale, bend the knees and elbows for a Malasana Squat. You're going to come all the way down so that either elbows are resting insides of the thighs, or if you're not quite as deep yet, on top of the thighs. Thumb knuckles to the sternum, and you're going to use the thumb knuckles to lift the sternum a little bit higher, finding this length through the upper back, a downward motion with the tailbone, an engagement of the abdominal muscles. 2 more breaths here. Take an inhale. Stay with the exhale. Stay with the inhale, inflate the belly. Remain there with the exhale, but pull the belly button in towards the spine. Good. You will stay with this inhale, filling up, and fold with the exhale, straightening the legs, placing the hands on the ground for a forward fold to walk the feet in, arch to arch, or hip distance apart. Good. On the next inhale, take a halfway lifted position. And as you exhale, step or jump the feet to a plank pose for Chaturanga. Bend the elbows. Inhale to Cobra or Up Dog. And as you exhale back, move to Downward Facing Dog. Take a moment here to feel the foundation. So you have that spreading of the fingers. You have that rooting down of each knuckle bone. On your next inhale, lift the right leg. This time right away, you're gonna step the right foot between the palms and rise up to a warrior two. The left foot is gonna be parallel to the back edge of the mat, right foot parallel to the front edge, to the long edge of the mat. As you spread the arms wide, you have an engagement of the shoulder blades to spread the chest longer, to reach the arms a little bit wider. Just like your warrior one, that right knee is stacked over the right heel. There's core engagement happening, yeah. Find a sharp focus over the right fingers this time. As you hold that gaze, flip the right palm open to the sky, reach forward, and then back for a reverse warrior. Left hand slides down the back leg as the right arm arcs overhead. You keep that deep bend of the front knee so you still have the right quad engaged, left quad as well. Take one more inhale in your side angle. Or in your reverse warrior, move to side angle with your exhale. Good. In your side angle pose, you're going to reach that left arm at a diagonal so you have that left bicep by the ear. Left pinky toe edge side of the foot pressing into the earth. Inhale back to reverse warrior. And this time as you exhale, move to a Chaturanga, possibly hovering those right toes this time, three-pointed plank. Inhale to a Cobra or Up Dog, both feet down, and as you exhale, Downward Facing Dog, hips up high. Inhale, lift the left leg. As you exhale, step the left foot between the palms, ground the right heel, and cartwheel open to warrior two. Very strong to rise up with buoyancy. And then as you look over the left fingers, you have that very intentional gaze. The back edge of your right foot is grounded. Both quads are hugging the femur bones. Finding that stability, finding that focus. We'll take one more inhale here. Remain with the exhale. Turn the left palm open to the sky, reach forward, and then reverse, right hand down, back leg, left arm reaches up and overhead. Good. Take a deep inhale to feel the expansion of the left rib cage, the elongation of that rib. Take another inhale. Now move to side angle with the exhale, left elbow on the left thigh, right bicep by the ear, almost like you're pulling in opposite directions. Right heel pushes down, left fingers reach at a diagonal. As you take your inhale, move to reverse warrior. And as you exhale, land the palms for Chaturanga. This time left foot hovers as you lower. Inhale, both feet down, Up Dog. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog for 5 deep breaths through the nose. So consider this your rest. If you want to take your rest in Child's Pose or Down Dog, you'll remain. If you want to move into that challenge, you can also take your Dolphin Pose here. If you're like Anna and you're moving into Dolphin Pose, make sure you walk the big toes together and a little bit closer towards the elbows. This time, if you want the brief challenge, you're going to slowly lift the right leg. Take a deep inhale as you get the max extension, and then as you exhale, slowly lower that leg with grace. On your inhale, switch, left leg rises. Find the max extension, inhale. Slow lower with the exhale. And maybe the knees come down in your transition back to Down Dog, moving with lots of attention of how the body feels. Take an inhale in Down Dog. Stay with the exhale, find your ground. Good, big inhale, bend the knees, look forward. And as you exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, exhale to fold. We'll rise up on the inhale, reach for Tadasana Pose with arms up. Thumbs to heart center as you exhale. Good, finding a moment of stability here on the feet. Quads are engaged. Glute muscles have a little bit of tension. Supporting at your pelvis, draw the navel in towards the spine, find the support of your low abdomen, creating your best posture here. Good. Now you're going to take that best posture that you have back into a wide-legged stance. Heel toe the feet out to the long edges of your mat, turn the toes out. On your inhale, reach the arms up, look at your thumbs. And as you exhale, bend the elbows and knees back into Malasana Squat, all the way down into your squat. Option A this time is going to be to stay in your squat. We've been here before. You're going to hold it if you're staying. If you want to take a crow prep, you're going to grab a block if you have one. You can do this without a block too. You're going to place it where the seat was at so that you can hop your feet up onto that block. Using it as a little perch for your crow prep, you're going to place the palms down, shoulder distance apart. Imagine that your hands are the base of a triangle and your gaze is the top of that triangle. You'll point the toes or lift the heels up off that block, and perhaps you stay there, or perhaps you lift a heel into the glute, hold it. Maybe you lift both heels into the glutes. Nice. Keep it playful. Keep it fun. Think of your childhood self doing this. Awesome. Yes. We'll have more crow play later, so for now, go ahead and point your feet back on the block. We'll remove the block off to the side and then come back into that squat. Excellent, Hannah. Take an inhale as you elongate the spine, find the support of your core, and then forward fold with an exhale, hands down, hips up. Walk the feet in, hip distance or together, inhale to halfway lift. And as you exhale, step or jump the feet to plank. Right away, either Chaturanga or down dog. If you took Chaturanga, take a back bend. Exhale, we meet in downward facing dog. Second flow, as you inhale, lift the right leg. Back to our slow mountain climbers, you'll bend the right knee and tap right elbow. Inhale to extend, and exhale, left elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to chest to step it through for Warrior Two. This time from your Warrior Two, you're gonna straighten out the right leg. Heel toe the left foot forward about 1 footprint, nice, and then turn the toes in just slightly. We're gonna take a reversed position like a reverse warrior, but with the right leg straight. So inhale that right arm up and back, left hand slides down the back thigh. Good, big inhale as you expand this right rib cage. And then we'll reach forward and down for a triangle pose with your next exhale. Right hand inside of the right ankle. Perhaps you use a block here inside of that calf, inside of that heel. As you extend through the arms, you have an engagement of the upper back for a broader reach with the wingspan. You have both legs very active, so this quad is hugging the bone and you're pushing down through the heel. It's almost like you're tucking that right hip under the left hip. And then if the neck feels okay in this position, you'll look up towards the left hand. Good. Embrace the challenge, embrace the heat. Take one more inhale. Stay and lengthen with the exhale. Good. Re-bend the right knee when you're ready, Warrior Two. Nice work. Take an inhale. Stay with the exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. And we'll move to Chaturanga with the exhale. Inhale to Cobra or Up Dog. And exhale back to Downward Facing Dog. Other side on your inhale, lift the left leg. Bend the knee and tap left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right elbow, take the twist. Inhale, extend. Exhale, step it through for Warrior Two. As you find that Warrior Two pose, you get very firm on the connection of foot to earth, or Pada Bandha, foot to earth connection. Over the left fingers. From here, straighten the left leg. Heel toe right foot forward just a touch. On your next inhale, reverse triangle. Right hand will slide down the back leg as the left arm reaches up and overhead. Expansion on the left ribs. Take another inhale. Move to your triangle on your exhale. Left hand reaches forward and down. Perhaps you land that left hand on a block. You have this extension out in all directions. So as the spine extends from tailbone to crown, legs extend from heels to hip joints. Imagine from the center of the sternum or the center of the upper back, you have more extension through the arms that reaches past your own fingers. Last breath here, you might shift the gaze to the right thumb. Rebend the left knee, and on an inhale, take a reverse warrior. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands down for Chaturanga. Inhale to Cobra or Up Dog. And as you exhale, move back to Downward Facing Dog. Last chance for our Mayurasana prep or our Dolphin Pose. So you might stay in down dog or child's pose, but if you want to amp it up, you're going to bring the forearms down. Nice, walk the feet together and a little closer. Good. Option A is to keep both feet down. Option B is to lift the right leg. If you feel compelled to take hops here, you might take a couple of hops by lifting that left heel any amount, ball of the foot any amount off the ground. Nice work. Take a few of them, almost like you're trying to kick the left heel to the glute. One more. Nice. And then switching sides, lower the right leg, lift the left heel, and take little hops with that foot, lifting the ball of the foot up. Nice work, Anna. A little hop. Take another little hop. One more little hop. Good. Both feet down. Good. Holding in your down dog. We'll lower the knees to transition up. We have a collective rest coming after this one, so especially if you took that more heated yang style of playtime, take another deep inhale. And then all of us will lower knees for child's pose with the exhale. You can do a wide-legged, wide-kneed child's pose as you sit the hips back on the heels. Find a moment here to really connect with your own breathing, especially if it's gotten more labored. Have a sense as you rest in this child's position of expanding the low back with each inhale. And I know you guys have heard me describe it this way before, but you can imagine you have a balloon here at the low back, and every time you inhale, you're expanding, inflating that balloon. So find some space in the backside of the body as you breathe, as you rest, as you connect back to the rhythm and sound of your own breath. And then pressing into the palms, we'll rise back up to a downward facing dog. From down dog, bend the knees, look forward, and as you exhale, step or jump, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Reach the arms up, look up. Thumbs to heart center as you exhale, holding there for a moment. Collect your concentration. Mentally attune where you need to be concentrated. What do you need to concentrate on at this moment? Find it. Moving into our last challenging flow, we'll start here in Tadasana with a deep inhale, holding still, letting the breath be the movement. Empty completely on the exhale. Reach your arms up as you inhale. Forward fold as you exhale. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to step or jump to a plank Chaturanga or down dog. Inhale to cobra up dog if you took it, and exhale to downward facing dog. In this last challenging flow, we're going to find our balance. We'll inhale, lift the right leg. Step the foot between the palms, this time for a crescent lunge. You're going to rise, pushing feet down to lift with grace and ease. Beautiful, nice concentration. Take an inhale here in your crescent lunge to feel the engagement of the quad muscles. Good. That left heel is lifted high, so you can imagine, beautiful, that left heel is like it's in a sprinter's block. You're about to take off with power. You're going to keep all of that stability at your base, the legs, the feet, the pelvis, the core, and you're going to draw the thumbs to heart center, finding a little bit of buoyancy in the chest. Start to pitch the chest forward, prepping for a warrior three with or without the hands on the floor. Go ahead and find that warrior three position. When you find it, beautiful, flex the left toes towards the ground. Stabilize the left leg, even though it's your flying leg, as if it were a standing leg. Find that activation. Very keen awareness on the right foot. It takes shifting. It takes focus. If you fall out, you'll get right back into it, finding that attention once again. From this warrior three, we're going to pull the left knee into the chest and rise into a single-legged Tadasana. Fingers wrap around the left shin when you get there. Inhale to lift the chest and pull the thigh in towards the chest. From here, we're going to move into a tree pose, bringing the left foot inside of the left calf or left thigh. Whatever's most accessible to you, you do want to find a push of the foot against the leg back into the foot, so you find that clamp of stability that we also found in your chair pose. As you push those 2 points together, Rise up through the spine, up through the crown of the head. Draw the core in, navel towards the backbone. The sternum towards the thumbs. If you want to add on a little bit, you can reach the arms out to a T, or perhaps take the arms up overhead. As the focus shifts, we take time to attune back, coming to the rhythm of the breath and the foundation. If the arms have lifted, pull the thumbs back to heart center. We exit the same way we came into it. Start to shift the left foot back to a warrior three. Stick that warrior three, and then land the left foot for your crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up, look up. And as you exhale, plant the palms for Chaturanga. Nice, Grace. As you inhale, take a cobra or up dog. As you exhale, downward facing dog with fluidity. Inhale, lift the left leg. Step the left foot between the palms, grounding the feet, rise with buoyancy. As you lift the arms up, we hold here a couple of breaths. You have that engagement of the upper back muscles, rhomboid muscles, length up through the spine and crown. Stability of the feet, legs, pelvis, and core. Keeping that, pull the thumbs down to heart center. Tip the chest forward over the left thigh to launch. Right leg rises for warrior three. As you find that warrior three, turn the right hip down in line with the left hip, finding a stable fulcrum point at the low back. Lift the right heel a little higher, inhale. Good, stay with the exhale, find that attention. One more inhale. Start to pull the right knee in towards the chest as you exhale, coming up to your single-legged Tadasana. We'll interlace the hands in front of the right shin. Lift the chest, lift the leg. And then moving into your tree pose, we'll place that right foot inside of the calf, inside of the thigh. Avoid the knee because you have that pressure of foot against leg, leg against foot. As you create that clamp of stability, not on the joint, not on the knee joint, but on a firm bone, you rise up out of that point, lengthening through the spine and relaxing the shoulders, finding places to ground, places to lift. If you want to take it a step further, you can find a different position with the arms, reaching out to the side, reaching up to the sky. Turn that knee back to the front as the thumbs come to heart center, and we're going to enter back into warrior three, pressing right foot back, back, back. Stick that warrior three, and then land the right foot for a crescent lunge. Inhale as you lift arms and eyes up to the thumbs. As you exhale, watch the hands come down for your last Chaturanga. Exhale as you take it. Inhale to your back bend. Good. Exhale to downward facing dog. Heels push down as hips lift high. This time you're going to walk your thumb and index finger together. So you're going to have a little triangle of space between the hands. You'll look at that triangle of space and prepare yourself for a squat. You can either step or hop the feet to your squat. Lower the hips. As you lower the hips, bring the thumbs to heart center. Use the pressure of the thumbs to lift the chest. Now this will be our last bit of crow play. So you're going to plant the palms down. If you're not taking crow, hold your squat because that is the prep for your crow pose. If you're going to work on your crow more, you're going to find that position, hands shoulder distance apart. Find the focus point with the eyes at the top of your triangle. Lift the knees high up onto the triceps so you have this support of the arm bones to lift the heels in towards the glutes, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue to hold, or you can lower and take a break. And and we're gonna go in one more time before we find that. You got one more in you?
Sure. I mean,
Let's
I'll
do
try.
it. Let's do it.
Mostly it's just
You
sweaty.
got it.
I'm slipping.
It is sweaty here. It's slippy. And that is the case sometimes with Pro. So go ahead and find the hand position. Think of your hands now as your foundation. Find that focus with the eyes, that attention on the breath and core as you lift heels to glutes for 4, 3, 2, 1, and either continue to hold or release when you're ready. This time you're gonna take your seat all the way to the ground. Go ahead and sit down. You can cross the legs in front of you for a couple of wrist stretches. So now, especially if you just spent time on your hands, you're gonna take one of your hands out in front of you, wrap the right hand around the left wrist, make a fist with that hand and start to roll your left fist around in big slow circles. You might also feel a stretch of the skin here as you go, but you do have pressure on the bones with your right hand. Good, and then reverse those circles. Good. Now keeping that band of pressure with the right hand, spread the left fingers out wide and curl the left fingers in a few times. So spread and curl, spread and curl. And then trading sides, we'll go ahead and wrap the left fingers around the right wrist, create that band of pressure so that now you can rotate the right wrist around in big slow circles, feeling that range of motion in your wrist joint. Reverse the circles. And then we'll find that spread and curl of the fingers, spread and curl. This one's great, especially if you work at a computer a lot or you sit and you have to be on a keyboard. If you're a pianist, this is a really nice one as well. Good. Now shake out both hands. From there, you're going to continue to sit in that cross-legged position. Inhale to reach the arms up. Prepping for a twist, you'll take left hand to the outside of the right thigh, right hand back behind you.
Right?
Rights and lefts are always hard. it's good. So you can take this hand all the way to the outside of the thigh if it's available, and you can either use this right hand as a kickstand or wrap it behind to hook inside of the left hip crease. On the inhale, lengthen up through the spine, rotate the shoulders down or draw the shoulders down. And as you exhale, rotate a little bit deeper into the twist, looking over the right shoulder. And on your next inhale, reach the arms to center, up towards the sky. As you exhale, switch right hand outside of the left thigh, left hand either behind you, or you can find that grip inside of the right hip. Again, as you inhale from a stable base, you rise up, lengthen. As you exhale, you rotate from the navel, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, rise back up to center, arms reach up. And as you exhale, place the hands face down on the knees. Good. We'll grab a hold of the kneecap so you have a little bit of a leverage to go deeper in your seated cat-cow. And on the next inhale, lift the chest and chin, draw the shoulder blades together. And then as you exhale, round the spine and curl the ribs back and in. Again, inhale, arch the back, flare the ribs forward, chin up. And then exhale, curl the spine, tuck the tailbone under, and chin into the chest. Again, inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest. And as you exhale, round the spine. Good. We're gonna come all the way down to the back. I promised Anna we would do core work, and then I promised, and then I forgot about it. So we're gonna do a little bit of core work here if you're up for it. On your inhale, go ahead and extend out to a full body stretch, but do lift the hands and feet to hover over the floor. So they're gonna be about an inch or two off the ground in a hovering full body stretch.
Right?
You got it. As you exhale, hug the knees into the chest, arms around the shins. And you don't have to come up quite that high unless you want to. You can inhale, reach to a full body stretch, back on the floor, low back on the floor, yep. And then as you exhale, take a cannonball shape. Yes. Inhale, reach to a full body stretch. Exhale, cannonball. Inhale, full body stretch. And exhale, cannonball. Last 3, inhale. Exhale, navel draws to spine, nice strength, inhale. Exhale. And this will be our last one, big inhale, stretch. Exhale to crunch. Now this time as you come back into that stretch, hold it, go back to your full body reach. Bend the left knee. We're going to take the right elbow to the left knee for a bicycle twist. Inhale to center. And then exhale to switch. Left knee bends, right knee bends, left elbow, right knee. Inhale to center. Exhale to switch. Inhale to center. And exhale to switch. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Good. Continue on a few more rounds with your own breath. As you go through these bicycle twists, keep the rhythm on your inhale, exhale. Every time you exhale, you move into a twist. Every time you inhale, you move to center. Low back stays on the ground for just a few more rounds. Keep the breath even, keep the breath deep. Working hard, nice. And then we'll come back to center. Hold it there in that position, inhale. And then exhale, release the feet all the way to the ground, head and shoulders down. Nice work, Anna. You're gonna bring the arms down by the sides for a bridge pose, and this will start our cool down. Palms down on the ground as you press the hips up towards the sky. If you wanna take it a little bit deeper, you can crawl the shoulder blades together underneath you and interlace the fingers. If you've got it, you can press the pinky side of the hands down, lift the hips up. So you have some opposition here. As you press the feet deep into the earth, you're rebounding the hips and thigh bones higher. Take an inhale. Stay with the exhale. Last time, big inhale. Stay with the exhale. On this inhale, lift the heels, lift the arms up overhead like a full body stretch. And as you exhale, slowly roll the spine down. Vertebrae, vertebrae, vertebrae. To the mat. We're going to have an option on this final round of back bend. As you bring the arms down by the sides, place the palms down. You'll decide now if you want to do a bridge pose or a wheel pose. So if you're going into bridge, same setup, palms down, finish the hips. If you decide to go into wheel, you'll place the hands by the shoulders. You'll flip the fingers to face the shoulders, and you'll lift up to the crown of the head. If you can gather the upper body and arm strength, the feet strength to lift crown away from the head, you'll lift any amount, pressing hips to sky, chest towards the back wall. Good. Deep inhale. Imagine what it would be like if you were straightening the legs for one more breath. Inhale. Stay with the exhale, and then with control, you'll slowly lower crown, back of the head, upper back, mid back, lower back, and then cannonball shape. Arms wrap around the shins as you hug into a tight little ball and rock side to side, massaging out the low back area, back of the hips. Beautiful work. That was good.
Nice.
Yeah. Good. Holding there a couple more moments. Feel the low back spread. Feel that compression on the front side of the body. I talk about our pairs of opposites often, so we always want to find opening but also closing or composure. So after opening the chest quite a bit, we find that compression and comfort on the front side of the body. After engaging the back muscles, we find this expansion along the back side of the body. We'll continue that even further now in twisting positions. You'll bring the arms out to a T. Option 1 is to keep the knees as they are. Option 2 is to stack the right knee on top of the left knee for an eagle wrap of the legs. And then you'll hop the hips to the right, lower the knees to the left. As you hold this twist, think of spreading across the chest. You have this extension across the arms. Both shoulder blades working towards the ground. And like Anna here, if you want to take the left hand to the outside of the right thigh, you can guide your legs a little bit closer to the ground as you counterbalance that with the right shoulder on the floor and looking to the right hand. Lift the knees back up to center, and to trade sides, you're going to do a big straddle stretch, so you can take the arms through a straddle, circle around until eventually that left knee lands on top. Hop the hips to the left and lower the knees to the right. It's like the can-can. Good. Finding that length across the collarbones, finding that press of both shoulders towards the floor. And if you want to take that right hand to the outside of the left thigh, you'll find that grip to guide yourself a little bit deeper into the twist, perhaps even looking over the left shoulder, pulling left shoulder blade towards the ground. Now is a great time to have the remainder of your practice be with a closed eye position, but if it's more comfortable for open eyes, just keep that steady focus, that steady attention. We'll lift the knees back to center. Coming into a happy baby, scoot the hips back to the middle of the mat. Take the hands to the outsides of the feet and then start to pull down on the feet to get the femur bones a little bit closer to the floor by your ribs. As you push the low back down to the ground, you might also decide to rock a little bit side to side to again massage out the low back area, find some release there. And then coming into a supine cobbler's pose, we'll place the soles of the feet together, knees open wide. Hands can rest wherever they've naturally fallen, or another option is to place the hands on the body if they haven't already rested there, maybe a hand on the belly, a hand on the chest. Relax the weight of the hands down. Have this sense almost like the body is receiving the comfort of your own hands. Upper back heavy on the floor, back of the head relaxed and heavy as well. Letting gravity do the work to naturally draw the knees a little bit closer towards the ground. Take several moments here to savor your breath and to come back into contact with the intention that you set in the beginning of your practice. And now taking the hands to the outside of the knees, slowly close the knees together like a book. Slide the legs out long and position yourself for your final resting pose, Shavasana, where we'll be for about 10 breaths. You can turn the palms open to the ceiling so that you have this nice release of the weight of the arms. And then letting go of the focus on your breath now, you can have the breath come and go very naturally through the nose, returning to your native style of breathing. During Shavasana, we rest in open awareness, and during this time you will have definitely the awareness of the sounds around you in a space. You'll have the external environment still existing in the space directly around you. So you'll hear, you'll feel, you'll sense, and you will think during Shavasana. But our practice of open awareness that we take in corpse pose is that of people watching on a bench. I like this analogy a lot. So you're gonna imagine here when thoughts do come into the mind. Same as if you were sitting on a bench people watching, you wouldn't travel with any of the people that you see come by. As thoughts come into the mind, you're going to have the same idea when a thought comes. Instead of traveling with that thought, you're going to let it go on its way and even gently dismiss for the time being. Even if an interesting person came by or the same person came by a few times, you continue to let them go if you're people watching. So same idea with the thoughts here. If the same thought comes up, similar thought, same thought, even an important thought comes to your mind, you're going to, for the time being, allow it to go, knowing that it will be there to pick up if you need to at the end of our practice. We'll relax here for a few more breaths in Shavasana, and I'll bring you out together in just a few. The next time you breathe in through the nose, let it be a very active breath. You're starting to deepen the breathing once again. Let the exhale be complete so that as you get to the bottom of that breath, it's the most natural thing to occur, a nice buoyant refilling of your own lungs. Now start to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing some movement back to your smallest joints of the body. Begin to rotate your wrists and ankles in big, slow circles. And on an inhale, reach your arms overhead to a full body stretch. Get long on your mat and point the toes. Get a stretch along the tops of your feet and shins. One more breath there to stretch a little bit longer. And as you exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Go ahead and roll either to a side or rock up to a seat so that we can all meet in a seated position on your space. When you get up to your seat, go ahead and close the eyelids down. You can rest the hands down on the lap, soften the gaze. If it's comfortable to close the eyes altogether, you'll close eyelids. And once again, placing a hand on the chest, a hand on the belly. Take a few breaths here to feel the rise and fall of your breath beneath your hands. One last time, checking in with that intention that you set in the beginning of practice. Take a moment to consider that intention already so, having your practice be the fuel to create the momentum to carry you forward into that reality. Take a moment to be grateful to yourself for having taken this time out for you to spend on your yoga mat, practicing your concentration and deepening your breath, bringing strength and flexibility to your body, which is a constant practice. On behalf of myself and Anna, it was so great to lead you through practice today. Thank you so much for taking this time out of your day to spend with us doing this powerful flow. And we'll see you again. I will see you again next time on Monday for meditation. Namaste. Thank you, Anna.
That's awesome.
That was awesome. You did great.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good.
Which is the prep for forearm stand.
Okay,
or
good.
push-up.
yeah, I felt strong.